Hey guys, Jack here from 360 Fitness. I wanted to chat with the guys out there today. So, ladies, I'm sorry, but this is for the guys right off the bat. So, gentlemen, I wanted to talk to you, especially today at 360 Fitness. We're a personal training studio, and we have a lot of older gentlemen come into our studio, especially 40 plus. And the reason that they're coming to see us is, that, they're looking to get back to what they used to be. They're looking to, get more active, get back to those college days, just kind of feel like the man they used to be. And I get a lot of really personal questions from the guys, and it's awesome. It's really, really great that they open up and chat with me about it. And it's happening a little bit more often than not. So I wanted to put together this quick little presentation for you guys called Man Up, a simple guide to optimal male health. And I'm going to teach you guys how to really get your health back on track and give you actionable advice specific to being a man and specific things that you need to do to take care of yourself, because no one else is going to do it for you. So I'm going to teach you guys how to boost your testosterone naturally to get you back to square one. I'm going to tell you how to actually train for better results, especially how to train for the male physique, how to take care of your ticker, and what males should eat more of. So we'll talk about foods that are specifically great for men. So let's kind of figure out who this is for. So definitely men 30 and over. And when we're talking about 30 and over, especially like 40 and 50-year-old guys, but definitely guys in their 30s, same as me, our testosterone starts to go down right around 25 to 28 years old. And we need to do our homework to make sure that it's nice and high, and that we're on the right pace for success. So definitely males looking to add lean mass, males looking to lose that little bit of a belly tire around the midsection, guys looking to increase strength, guys looking to increase that libido in the bedroom, and guys looking for more confidence in life. So if you are on that list, and I know that you freaking are, stay with me for the next 10-15 minutes, okay? So first and foremost, it's awesome that I have a lot of guys come and talk to me about men's health and very specific questions. That's great. I'm hearing more and more of it, but I need to hear it even more than that. So it's very fair to say that men neglect their health more than women. First and foremost, we think we're invincible. We think we're Superman. We think we're Batman. We think we're that superhero. And that asking for help is admitting weakness, where it isn't at all. We know that it shouldn't be that way, but it's really crappy that it is, and our ego gets in the way. And we have that "it can't happen to me" mentality. There's a lot of those times where it's, oh no, I know that heart disease and cardiovascular disease and all that fun stuff runs into my family, but no, I'm different. It won't happen to me. That's dead wrong. That is a bad mindset. And knowledge is power. We need to take care of ourselves from the ground up. And there's tons of stereotypes out there that we have in the back of their heads, steering us in the wrong direction. That we have to be the strong one. We have to be the rock at all times, and that asking for directions and pulling over and asking for help means that you're weak, or it's not at all. And we have to be successful 100% of the time. Again, this is that perfectionist mindset. We got to get that crap out of our heads, and that it's all right to really buckle down, say, yeah, things could get better, things need to get better, and these are the things I'm going to do to make it better. And we have to be the breadwinner. So this means, taking no sick days. This means that no, I can't find time to go to the doctor. No, I can't find time to workouts. I can't find time to meal prep. I got to go work those extra few hours. And we have to be the strong ones. And the fact that, there's a lot of stereotypes out there that we can't whine about it, which is good. There's a difference between whining about it, and there's a difference about asking questions and getting to the root of the problem. But we have to be honest with ourselves. We are human. We make mistakes. We have our needs. We have our issues. And we can't be superheroes all the time. We take our health for granted way too often, and it's definitely a bad move. So let's just get right down to it. Let's talk about some things that you can do right away to get your health optimized, especially for being a male. All right. First things first, guys, though, the truth hurts. Plain and simple, if you do not have your shit together when it comes to fitness and health, you won't get anywhere. And what I mean by that is if you do not have your basics and your fundamentals down, you're not going to get anywhere whatsoever. So before we begin, we need to know that about 75% of your results, if not more, come from nutrition. The other 25% come from exercise and cardio activity, and this is a ratio that people just don't want to admit that's real. They don't want to understand it. They just don't think that that's fair. I don't care if it's not fair, it's right, it's true. If you do not have your nutrition in check, your results will go nowhere. A little bit comes from exercise, a little bit comes from cardio, a little bit comes from lifestyle behind the scenes, but really it comes down to what you're putting in your body. So if you definitely want to get in the best shape of your life, I don't care if you're 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, it's not by doing 3 hours of cardio a day, lifting weights for hours on end, and taking that special pill. You won't get anywhere unless you have your basics down. Sound nutrition and a solid foundation workout plan is where you need to start. And then you can worry about the things we're talking about later on that are going to take you that little bit extra. Okay, so all right, so we have our nutrition in check, we have our exercise in check, so what can I do from there? So the first step that we always want to talk about is how to get your testosterone as high as possible naturally and easily. Okay, so testosterone is our anabolic hormone that really takes care of us behind the scenes. So testosterone is a dominant male hormone. Every male has it, some more, some less, but it doesn't matter. We have it. Test controls all the male functions that really we need. So it controls our muscles to fat ratios, our libido, our stress control, our mood, capacity for strength, overall muscle size, joint support, and a ton more. Okay, it's safe to say that testosterone is definitely our most important hormone for males. It really kind of just puts us in the right direction and makes us the man that we are. Okay. When it really comes down to boosting testosterone, the number one way you can do it is by resistance training. Okay, so boosting testosterone through exercise is the easiest way to do it by far. Okay, so it's been proven time and time again that exercise can boost testosterone production by 300 to 400%, which is huge. So I don't care about reading that pill or that powder or eating this little food. If you're not working out, again, those basic foundations, you're not going to boost your test as much as you possibly can, okay? And training hard, especially in an intense exercise routine, releases free test. So free test is the testosterone that's in your body, but it's not being used yet. It's kind of like having a jerry can full of gas just sitting in the truck. You might as well use it. Don't let it go to waste. Exercise and recovery that ensues will put it to work for sure. And the more lean muscle tissue that our bodies have on our muscles, the better it is to produce testosterone. The more capacity you have to produce testosterone and maintain those proper test levels. So number one step to boosting test, through exercise. Okay, so a good hard resistance training plan, that's the one. Okay, so putting your muscles under stress in a positive mindset, in a positive stress, on time under tension, so lifting weights properly with good form, puts our muscles out of stress, helps release testosterone into the body. Win, win, win. Okay, so if you're definitely looking to decrease fat, increase muscle, this is the way to go. Boosting testosterone through sleep. Okay, so a lot of guys put this on the back burner, and they put that on the back burner way too much. Hormonal production really happens at night when we're repairing for the other day, right? So we're repairing for the day that just happened, and we're repairing for the day that it's about to come. So most of our hormonal production and balancing comes when we're hitting the Z's, right? Hormones are extremely busy at night because they're free from the fight or flight perils of daily life. So in other words, cortisol, the other hormone that kind of attacks other hormonal production, your stress, your fight or flight hormone is cortisol. That guy's not really pertinent at night, and we can really get into rebuilding in a positive way. We need to focus on what gets done. Test increases our capacity for anabolism. So anabolism or anabolic just means growth, and limits catabolism, which just means breaking things down. To get stronger, leaner, and meaner, you want to have as much anabolism in your life as possible, and then that needs to be there the majority of the time. So definitely testosterone production, balancing, and regulation are busiest at night. And your mom and your grandma were right, go to bed on time. 8 hours for men is really where it's at. 7 to 8 hours is absolutely perfect. Through supplements, okay? Last but not least, but definitely last, is through supplements, okay? So really when it comes down to it, these guys can affect your testosterone levels by about 5 to 10%, which if you have your things in order, if you have your exercise plan in order, you're getting your sleep, you're eating well, you can take some supplements to really put you over the edge and maximize your testosterone production. But in saying that, if you don't have those other two things in place, these guys will do dick all for you. So the supplements that I really suggest to men to boost your testosterone naturally is something called Tribulus terrestris. Now, Tribulus terrestris is a root You need to take about 1,500 to 3,000 milligrams a day, and really when it comes down to it, it helps release more of that free testosterone, like Riz saying, that testosterone that we have in our body is just not being used. This is the guy that's really enabling it to get its job done. The next one I talk about is horny goat weed. Okay, so horny goat weed is found in a whole bunch of libido boosting things. A lot of people think it's just that. A lot of the kind of people think it's just a Viagra and kind of a libido booster. It is, right, but that's a byproduct of natural testosterone production and raising. Okay, so horny goat weed is great. Definitely boosting up your protein levels, making sure that you're getting at least 1 gram of protein per body pound per day. That's going to put you on the right track. If you're eating any less than that, bump it up. Again, 1 gram of good solid protein per body pound per day. That's going to help you out. Another thing is called Avena Sativa. Now, Avena Sativa, I find that works best with a blend and best as a catalyst to mix with other supplements. You could take it on its own. It's just, the stats aren't as good if it's going to be a solo supplement. So like I said, the best method to do is a blend. So a blend usually comes with Tribulus terrestris, horny goat weed, Avena Sativa, Chrysine, vitamin Bs, a whole bunch of other things that are going to make your testosterone supplements more synergistic with each other. The best ones that I found out there are Testosterone, Testo Effects, but any really good quality natural test booster blend is a real deal. Now, the one ingredient you want to look for in your supplements, and especially for your natural test boosters, is the Tribulus terrestris. Make sure that it has at least that 1,500 milligrams in a serving, or in the daily amount that it wants to take. If not, it's not really going to be a good one, or you're going to have to take just as many servings to max it out, and you're going to have to pay a lot more per pill or powder. All right, so make sure that you got that 1,500 to 3,000 milligrams per day. Step 2. So going beyond just simple resistance training. Okay, so like I was telling you guys, step 1 is through exercise. Okay, but step 2 is training freaking hard. Okay, so men typically have larger, denser muscles than the ladies. This is the blessing and the curse at the same time. So having larger, more dense muscles means we have more capacity for strength, we have more capacity to grow, and we have more capacity for that anabolism, which means growing. Okay, but in saying that, we also have more capacity that needs to be filled. Okay, so we must continue to give our muscles the stimulus that it needs to stick around. Our bodies won't waste time with muscle that isn't used. So we're not going to buy a car, that has a V12 engine if we're not using it. Okay, it's just a waste of energy. So your body's going to get rid of the muscle that it's not using. All right, so that's the state of anabolism, and that's the principle of exercise and principle of fitness called that reverse principle. And if more or less, it just means that use it or lose it. Okay, so our muscles are built and our bodies are built for abuse. So we need to typically train harder and longer than ladies to get our muscles to grow. All right, so a horse doesn't get exercise by walking. I love that. Okay, so incorporate strength training rep ranges into your workouts, about 6 to 12 reps. Really good for that strength and hypertrophy range. Nothing really more than that. And if you're an advanced lifter, going below that 6 reps down closer to a 1 rep max every now and then is absolutely great. Definitely promoted. But if you're a beginner, intermediate, keep around that 6 to 12 reps for your main workouts. So in that 6 to 12 reps, I need you to have good form. I need you to lift as heavy as weight as possible with solid technique. So it requires patience, confidence, and dedication to the plan, right? And definitely, if we're gonna work hard, we need to recover hard. So we need to stretch, for crying out loud. So a lot of guys, again, it can't happen to me, right? They have that mentality that they can just work, and don't have to recover. Shut up about that. We need to stretch. We need to take care of our muscles. Make sure that you have the mobility and the flexibility to do that strength training. Okay, so step 1, we were talking about how to boost your test, and I know we said resistance training there, but step 2 is train hard. So we need to have intense workouts. We can't just go through the motions. We can't just show up and do this little crappy circuits. We need to work our asses off. All right, so our muscles have a lot of capacity. They can take a lot of abuse, and we need to put them to the max every single time we go. Okay, so go hard or go home here, guys. Step 3, for testosterone to be balanced, for your male libido to be balanced, for you to be the best man that you can be, you got to take care of your ticker. Okay, men, we have a way higher rate of cardiovascular disease than ladies, and we need to take care of it. All right, so your number one muscle, proactive, not reactive. We need to take care of our heart. The heart is one of those things you don't know something's wrong until it's too late, until you're down on the ground, grabbing your last breath and watching the light get brighter and brighter. So stats show the guys are having more heart attacks now than ever and are younger and younger and younger. Okay, so this means that we have a lot more stuff on our plates. We have a lot more stress on our plates. We've really just taken a lot more brunt, and we're not taking care of ourselves. Okay, so who knows? Someone actually watching this presentation, right? So we have about a 1 in 10 chance. So if we have 20 people on this, 2 of you guys have a pretty good chance of having cardiovascular disease in the near future, and especially if you're over 50, but heck, if you're under 50, that can happen too. So don't wait for something to happen. All right, so tips is moderate cardio, breathing exercises, core exercises, yoga, Pilates. Again, screw the ego, go get a checkup from the doctor already. Got to take care of your ticker. And again, remember that your heart is a muscle, all right? So we're training our chest, we're training our biceps, we're training our legs. We got to train our heart, all right? And again, same thing with training. If your heart can't keep up and your lungs can't keep up, your muscles aren't going to go any faster, all right? We can put a V12 in the car, but if we have flat tires, we're not going anywhere. It doesn't matter. So make sure your heart and your lungs, especially your heart, is good to go. So we're taking care of that muscle at the same time. Be proactive and not reactive here, guys. Don't want to find you on the floor. Step 4, eat the right foods. So we can add in male-specific foods to help, again, release that free testosterone, boost our libido, increase our test, balance blood pressure, and level those hormones for us. All right, so like I was telling you guys before, definitely the foods that you want to select is protein, probably in a little bit more protein. Make sure you're getting that 1 gram per body pound per day, and make sure that it's a good, solid, lean protein. Not super fatty. A little bit of fat's good, but definitely just make sure that it's on the leaner side. Good fats, so nuts, seeds, great oils, that kind of thing. And for our vegetables, for guys, greener the better, all right? So we're talking broccoli, we're talking romaine lettuce, we're talking spinach, we're talking Brussels sprouts. The greener the better for us. Has lots of iron in it, lots of zinc, lots of magnesium. That's really, really good for us. And like I was saying before, nuts and seeds are awesome. So variety is key. Avocados, oysters, salmon, steak, bananas, berries, all that fun stuff. But definitely add in the male-specific foods. So we're talking about increasing your protein levels and increasing your good fats above everything else. Secondary, make sure greener the better, and then some nuts and seeds, okay? So there you have it, guys. I wanted to keep that short and sweet for you. I wanted you guys just to focus on the little things and win the small battles. And if you have anything really specific, I didn't want to go over it here and throw some science at you that didn't make any sense. I want you to reach out to me, all right? But when it comes down to it, win the small battles, guys. Focus on the little things. Again, don't reverse engineer it. Don't start with supplements and then go to workouts and then go to nutrition. Do it the right way, do it the hard way, do it the way that it should be done. Start with a good solid nutrition plan, a good solid workout routine, then take the supplements, okay? So when it comes down to it, again, you're not gonna get anywhere without those main 2, all right? But like I said, I want you guys to reach out to me. If you have any specific questions on male health, anything about things I talked about, anything you want me to build upon, anything like that whatsoever, I don't want to have any question marks above your head. And again, to the guys, we got to put that ego away. We can pull over and ask for directions. That's totally fine. And I'm here for you. Just fire an email at me. It's jack@360fitness.ca. Check out our website, 360fitness.ca. There's tons of information there. We got tons of blogs, literally hundreds of great articles. Do a search for male health and men's health, and lots will come up. So there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for staying with me for about 15 minutes. Would love to chat with you. If you have any questions about men's health, give me a shout. Jack@360fitness.ca, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Have a good day.